Greetings, true believers, and welcome to NullSpace. I'm the king of gaming, Scott Null, and with me is Big Baby Jerbear.
Hey there!
It's a big baby noise. Why do you gotta make your intro as loud as possible?
I don't fucking know.
Alright, last week we discussed DLC. This week, we're kind of branching off of that with the current events of Steam and their paid mods, which is no longer a big issue because they took it off of... Well, Jerry, what happened this week?
Well, you're picking up a Pokeball that I just threw at you.
Yeah, you gotta whip it across.
Alright, so Steam decided that they were going to do paid DLC.
Paid?
Not DLC.
We did DLC last week. This week is paid modding, Jerry.
Paid modding. I don't know where I am. Leave me alone.
It's week 8, not
He
week
keeps
7.
me in a box, and I have to try to read the internet through a hole.
Don't tell people about your internet hole.
Oh, the internet glory hole.
Anyways, what happened this week? Current events
so-
in gaming. Current
so
game
Steam did
events.
the,
current.
Steam.
Can't.
Fuck.
Is that?
I will say the R word.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, yeah, Steam started to do the paid modding thing. Unfortunately, people freaked the fuck out and they said LOL nopes, and they basically spammed the whole Steam email accounts with horrible hate mail and shit. And they're like, "All right, we fucked up. We got your message." So they just said, "Fuck it, we're not going to do it."
All right, but what they're actually doing is they're not going to be doing it with Skyrim. They're going to start smaller.
Yes, that's what they said. They want to do a little bit long, smaller kind of things, like what you said. Yes.
Well, I guess let's start. What exactly are they doing? Well, they're having mods that would necessarily sign an agreement to put their mods up on Steam for a monetary amount.
X amount of money.
For their mod, and then Steam gets, what you told me, 75%? Steam and Bethesda?
It's a split, actually. It's a split between Bethesda and I guess the company and Steam get a certain percentage, but in total short, the mod maker only gets 25% in the end.
They only get 25% for their work, and then Steam uses this essentially as another cash cow.
Moo.
Because God help Steam doesn't have enough money already somehow.
Anyways, I was reading a forum, of course, Gabe Newell, or what, how do you pronounce it?
Mr. Newell. Mr. Gaby Baby.
We all love the Gabes. Anyways, Gaby Baby. He was trying to defend it, which was fine. I kind of read with it with a grain of salt. And honestly enough, I was kind of for the paid modding. I'm not... I know the whole big thing that really sucked was the whole 75% does not. That goes to the other people who,
Actually did the work.
Yeah. Then 25 goes to the modder. But his counterpoint was a lot of people that work with, in Valve or any big major company all came from the modding community. I mean, Team Fortress in itself was a mod. So
his big excuse was that this was a way for them to get their foot in the door almost.
Yeah.
Professionally. I did read something that he quoted, a quote by him that he thought that this was a way that modders could essentially quit their day job and do this long term.
That's what I heard
for
too.
25%. Does he know how the cost of living?
That 20% is way too fucking low.
No, that's a little crazy there.
If it was probably 50-50, then maybe a little better. But you were thinking earlier on that it was the other way around.
I thought it was 75% was going to the modder,
and then the 25 went to the Steam.
Honestly, at those levels, I saw no problem with the whole thing. I can see. Let's see. We'll do a pros versus cons later, but I mean, my big issue with it is that modders are getting paid for their work now. Had they done this on their own and were making these mods and having people pay for them, I would think is absolutely ridiculous. That's the same as, I don't know, expecting to get paid for doing reviews on video games without the consent of the company.
Yeah.
I know you don't agree with that, but it's like Bethesda, well, not Bethesda, but the programmers of Skyrim do all the work and make this game. And yeah, you do work on your own. It's fan base work though. It's not your game to build off of and expect money. But the fact that Bethesda said, yeah, we'll do that, and Steam says, okay, we're a part of it. We'll all get paid to do this.
Well, how about like, okay, when you go to cons, you see a lot of those booths that do a lot of fan art, and like you do commissions and whatnot. Like even the bracelet you were wearing for a while, you commissioned someone to make that Legend of Zelda bracelet that you have.
Yeah, he had no idea that was a Zelda bracelet. He had no idea, and I was completely shocked that he's at this convention for nerds and had no idea any of the references. But it still was amazingly done.
So how would you feel if, 75% of that money that you just paid him is going to Nintendo, and only 25% is going to him?
Well, that's what I already said. I said that's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, I know.
To be charging. I get it I get that Steam gets a slice because it's their
community.
It's their community. It's their portal, and I get that Beth gets a slice because it's their game.
I know.
But couldn't we at least do split it 3 ways, not just split it 4 ways for 2, and then...
I was reading somewhere else too, someone brought up a good point where without, the one game, there would be no mods for this, so it's kind of how can I put it, like an idiot box. It's because, the people that make the mods, for the game, but I don't know where I was going with this. Never mind, cut this fucking shit out.
Well, I get what you're saying, is that they make the game. It's pretty much what I just said. It's their game, and there's nothing without them. There's nothing to mod.
Yeah,
and that's why they're getting such a big slice. But still, it just
seems
fucking
greedy to me.
Especially since they already got the money for the game. Yeah,
and
it's a download game, so they spent only the bandwidth to put it out there and lost no other resources doing that.
There are really cool modders out there, and they do have their own website, and they do link to donate pages to PayPal. And if you do feel inclined this is a really fucking awesome mod that you did, because they do spend maybe weeks, months, even sometimes years developing a mod, and I believe they deserve credit. I will donate whatever I can, but there is this one that's coming out with Portal 2, and it looks like a full-fledged, Valve-produced game, but it's not. It's only done by, 1 or 2 guys.
That did look pretty awesome.
And yeah, you saw, it looks great. I'm like, holy shit, but, he doing it for free. This is what he does on his free time. But, if he develops that and people love it, I'm sure, Valve or some other company is going to notice him and probably get his foot in the door and hey, I fucking did this. And on my own time.
I fucking did this,
senor. And he will go Olay and walk through the door and fly.
Still waiting for a count, any of you out there. Anyways. Yeah, I can totally see that it opens an opportunity, opens a door for him. But at the same time, they're doing this work for free now without the paid modding community. They were doing it for free before the paid modding community.
Yeah.
And, okay, the strange thing is, what we're facing is really similar to the Xbone DRM scandal.
Digital rights management.
Do you remember, okay, first when they announce it, the shit hits the fan. Everybody.
Oh, they freaked out. Everybody freaked out.
Everybody goes out. Shit. We did freak out.
We were in the middle of the story. We were like,
we were
fuck.
We
this
were
is the
laughing.
end of game. This is the end of fucking game. We're just going to go stick with PC.
Fucking laughing.
We looked at, we're just stick with Nintendo and PC from now on. It doesn't matter.
Now, I have more respect for Steam because here's why. Xbox stayed with the DRM thing for quite a while there until Sony came out and pretty much dick slapped them.
That was a great
with
thing.
How to share your PS4 game.
Just hand one game to the other guy and woo!
That was hilarious.
That was fucking,
Steam, on the other hand, they got dick slapped too, but it was by their fan base, who they really didn't have to take any, they had no reason to take it down just because their customers were pissed, because you don't see that often in gaming. You don't see companies actually go, whoa, okay, sorry, we were wrong. We tried something we thought was cool, and obviously it's not, so we're taking it out.
I think that was actually word for word from their apology letter. I'm not even kidding.
So I kudos for that. Now, the funny thing is, why it reminds me of Xbone is because people seem more pissed now that they took it down for two reasons. Because Expo and I remember the exact same way. There's the people that are pissed that they took it down because they thought this was a great,
oh, this was really
this
good.
was a great opportunity, and the customers just pissed it away because they're, blah, 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 and they're, how can we ever improve if everybody's just satisfied with the status quo? And there's the other half of people that just, for some reason, feel the need to keep bitching that they did it in the first place. You got what you want. Why are you still pissed,
Yeah.
Oh, it was a grand betrayal. But they took it back and apologized. What more do you want? Blood? They want Gabe to bleed for this one.
I guess they just have so much butthurt they can't get it out. They're constipated with it. Constipated butthurt.
Those were the people that made me laugh hardest during the X-Bone fiasco, were the people that were just like, oh, I can't believe they did it to begin with. And I can get it more from them because there's the danger that Microsoft just goes, fuck it, we're doing it anyways. Now, Steam's doing that, but with smaller games, and they're open with it. They're saying, hey, we're going to still attempt this because we think it'll work, but not with one of our biggest games. We're going to ease you into it.
Yeah, I think maybe people freaked out way too fast. And like when I heard about it, I'm like, well, okay. And I was kind of more pissed off about the 75% thing. Like, that sucks. But I do think that, some people should get paid for some things that, that they do work on. Like, those projects take a lot of fucking long time. But if they want to contribute money, I believe there should be maybe not a forced paid mod thing, but maybe like a donate button, maybe
kind of like almost like a humble bundle thing.
Yeah, like pay what you want kind of thing.
Now,
like with Humble Bundle, you can pay like the $1, get the minimum like of games, or you can pay like the average, or just fucking exceed what you want.
All right, well, it's a good time to go through pros versus cons. We'll go with pros first. The one that sticks in my mind most prevalent is no one is making you buy these mods. The game is complete without them.
Yeah.
What really stood out to me, because I looked through the mods, and if you're a modder out there that submitted your work, this is not an attack here. There's just nothing I wanted. I didn't see anything that really caught my eye, and it all looked like it was very well done. It just didn't have that kind of thing that really grabbed me.
Sure.
A lot of it was reskinning, implementing different weapons that were not normally in the game. Mm-hmm. But it didn't really make me feel like I wanted to buy it. We talked about that last week with DLC. It's just another Avatar thing that I get enough from Skyrim.
Sure.
Now, of course, had anyone made a really, really kick-ass katana, yeah, I'd probably have to do it, but,
I play some Counter-Strike here and there, and with my buddy, and the mod community is really heavy on the Counter-Strike games. And there's a thing called Jail, and they make this own map, and you have to play by these rules, so... And it's like Simon says, you can come out of your cell, and if you disobey, everybody's like, all right, fucking kill him, whatever. So, but they make a lot of these maps of Jail. And a lot of them are really creative. They do Mario themes, like Minecraft themes, like anything you want, it's there. It's fucking awesome. Paying for those, I might be a little upset by that just because I've been so used to it over time of being it free. And I don't spend a lot of time on it, but I know my buddy Gary does. My Gary. I know my Gary. My personal Gary.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I love you, Gary.
Gary, I'm going to touch you later, yes. And, he probably spent maybe over 500 hours just sitting in the jail program simulation things.
Gary's going to listen to that and just shake his head.
No, you go, I do. I fucking masturbate and play this. I don't fucking care.
I said I just meant that you called him your Gary.
Oh, he is my Gary.
Okay.
But I don't know if I want to pay for fucking, just because
So you're saying...
I guess if I would have to pay for it, I would actually start learning how to mod it myself. That's what I would do. I would just go out there, find the program, mod it myself, and say, fuck, I will spend the extra fucking 3 hours to do it myself, or maybe more.
So I guess we'll label that as your con there, that you're paying for a service that you once got for free and are quite used to.
Yeah. And now I have to fucking pay for it. And I guess...
Essentially like paying for YouTube almost.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why the fuck would you pay for YouTube?
That's kind of like, well, Yahoo way back was changing over to, they were discussing paid, email addresses and stuff like that.
Holy fuck. Are you
Kind of
serious?
like,
I don't even remember that.
Adventure Time has those email addresses you can
Oh,
pay
that's
for.
right. That was such bullshit. We just laughed about that for a while.
I mean, it would be cool to have an email address that, bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Well, it's just like Scott at baconpancakes.com.
I thought it was cute. We laughed about it for like 5 minutes.
Not paying $10 a month for an email address.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
All right, another pro. It like you were saying earlier, it gets modders, programmers. It gets them noticed and gives them a little extra scratch to work with.
Yeah, I mean, those people that spend a lot of hours on there, like, I know how hard it is to develop a game, and then, like, when you're just taking parts of a game and, like, refiguring it, like, think that something that's cool for you or other people that enjoy it, I think that's really awesome. It's, it's kind of like an open community of, like, an art form and, like, commissions, like, with, when you go to cosplays and whatnot.
Yeah. I honestly, when I go to cons, I like spending my money in Artist Alley compared to, the vendor stuff. Just because it's always done really well. Mm-hmm. You want to support these people because they show through their work the amount of love they have that you share for this, but you can't put into words or actions. They've done it for you. That's why I want to give them my money.
Same thing with kind of Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle like really goes with a lot of the indie game developers, and you're just like, buy a couple, blah, blah, blah. I'm always willing to do the average and just kind of throw a couple bucks out there and just for the guys and everybody. And I don't mind getting a couple games to try out too, even though some of them are kind of crappy, but it's still...
Especially when they go through Origin and not Steam. They had their EA bundle, and I was just like, $1 for Dragon Age, blah, blah, blah. And then just like, oh, Origin. No! And the funny thing is I still have Origin on my system because of Assassin's Creed and Far Cry 4. Uh-huh. And I still don't want more Origin games. Even though it adds nothing else.
I have Origin. I don't think I paid for any of my games on Origin. They just, if you go on there every month, they give you a free game just by signing on.
I hate Origin. I just hate Origin. Well,
there's one thing good about Origin that Steam doesn't do. Is that if you buy a game, and if you don't like that game, you can return it within the first 24 hours.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Steam doesn't do that.
Usually because Steam has better deals. And doesn't try and take over my PC.
Well, of course, with Origin, it's only exclusive to like the EA games. So there's like maybe, a couple dozen that's on there, but it's exclusive to EA games.
And while we're on it, Rockstar, why do you have a launcher? You make fucking Grand Theft Auto and... what else?
Max Payne 3.
And yet I still need a fucking launcher for my system. Another one, like the third one. So now I've got Steam and the Rockstar launcher, both running at the same time when I'm trying to run GTA 5. Which, by the way, still isn't working.
Which you probably can't even actually get to all those awesome mods that people are making for Grand Theft Auto 5 right now.
I haven't seen them yet.
Have you? Oh my god.
Don't tell me because I'll cry.
I had to tell you about this one because my girlfriend saw it. She's like, oh my god, look at this. There's this cat throwing Molotov cocktails with a little scooter bike. He's like, meow, meow, meow,
you
meow,
can play
meow.
as a cat?
Yes. And he's like throwing these Molotovs. God. And everything is on fire.
God damn it, I want to play.
And this cat goes on this little scooter. And it's shooting out more Molotovs. He's like, and I am laughing so fucking hard. I'm like, this is what modding community is all about. This is what I love. The fucking internet and those people, crazy fucking people, will make the craziest shit, especially in GTA.
God damn it, now I want to play harder than ever.
So, would you pay for that?
Cat mod?
A cat mod throwing a bunch of flaming Molotovs.
Yeah, probably. All right. Okay. We'll go back to cons. Now, what paid modding won't let you do is...
we can't stop throwing the Pokemon right in the microphone.
Okay. What you can't do with paid modding is copyrighted material. No more copyright infringement. You remember what we thought was awesome back with Skyrim when it first hit PC was the My Little Pony mod, where all the dragons were Fluttershy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
She would go, yay, and shoot fire. That was her shout. We thought that was hilarious.
That was great. Yeah,
now with paid modding, that's not possible.
That's not paid mod. No. Could that be considered put under like a free mod, like a domain? No, it can't be because My Little Pony's not domain. How would you do that? I don't know. So it's going out between like gray areas now.
It's copyright infringement if you get paid for it.
Yeah, that's true.
If you don't do it, it's fan art. Fan work. And I mean, I know, first of all, Nintendo, now says fan art is something that you can do, and there's, what did they say? I don't know if you can get paid for it, but I know fan art is open. There's open, copyright for fan art.
Well, that's kind of, I'll go on that I guess the gray area, but else I can see the point. Remember when they made that one guy?
Yeah, I do remember
Unity?
that one guy.
Yeah, that one guy. You made it Mario 64, that one
the
level,
Unity engine.
with the Unity engine.
We discussed that, how I didn't like it.
But anyways, he didn't pay for anybody to do it. He was just it was like a free thing. It was just like he was just experimenting with it, but Nintendo took it down.
I think one of the big reasons they took it down is for how many sites had posted it with ad revenue.
Oh, really?
I think that's one of the reasons. But another reason is that they still, technically, you're still playing a game that is for sale.
Have you played it though? It's not even. It's that.
Yeah, I did play it, and it broke my heart that I really wanted an HD remake, and this made me realize that I didn't, because the cartooniness that I love from Mario 64 was gone.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to say, like,
there was too real, man. Too real for me.
In that quote unquote level, there is no goals. You're just walking around a map, though. That's the thing. You got these.
No, the star was at the top.
The star was on the top.
Yeah, the star was at the top.
What else can you do there, though?
Well, I mean, you can explore the entire level.
It's just a map, though.
It's exploration. It's a game. It's a demo.
I know, but it was not an actual real game, though. It's more of like a fan thing.
All right, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I know.
So, but yeah, that's a big gray area with see, that's something you have to deal with. That's one of the big cons, is that copyright material is tricky.
You know, so like I'm like, say like, of course I know it, but if I do Counter-Strike and make the Mario 64 map, you know, I don't charge anybody. Is Nintendo going to actually, you know, take a piss on it or something? They probably won't, because they probably don't know what Counter-Strike is.
That's another thing.
They don't know what PC game
look
is.
how many Mario levels were taken off of Little Big Planet when that first came out. You know, with the online community, I don't know if that was just Little Big Planet taking it down, or I don't know if that's Nintendo. It was probably they didn't want to deal with it, so they removed it all.
Possibly. I know that the Mario, Little Big Planet kart racers, kart racing, whatever the hell it was. I know, like, when I went on there was just nothing but Mario Kart maps, because everybody just wanted to fucking play Mario Kart on the PS3.
Off topic here. Have you seen Little Big Planet? Little Big Planet 3 has Adventure Time DLC coming out.
Really?
Yes.
I might have to debate. I don't want to spend like $60 for a game I already fucking have, though. That's the thing.
Actually, with the additional characters you can play as, it really did change the gameplay. This really does feel like a sequel, not just the same game.
Okay.
Anyways, back to DLC. We need another pro. What do you got, Jer?
You mean mod?
Yes.
You have that my same fucking problem too that I'm having.
Damn it, you got it in my head. All right.
Mod, but think about that. We're having this problem of like, what's DLC and what is modding then? Because DLC is downloadable content and you pay for it, but these are done by a third party like source, such as, you know, like me or you, whatever
source. Yeah.
Yeah. So technically, in a way, it is DLC, but
you
it's
are
not
DLC.
It's not official though. It's not official DLC.
Well, anyways, we need a pro. What's your pro, Jer?
What's my pro?
Yeah, what's your pro?
What's my pro?
Another con, they said it was breaking up the community, and I guess we do have proof of that, because they went fucking batshit crazy on each other.
They kind of want to go crazy on the fucking trailer. I wish everybody just fucking take a breather.
Like, they had modders, I'm quitting modding forever.
How long did this fucking actually last? It was only like about a week, maybe, at max.
It
was less than a week?
I mean, they went nuts. It was kind of crazy. You had the modders that were like, yeah, okay, I'll do this. And everyone else going, you betrayed us. And then you had the modders that refused outright and said, oh, I'm done with modding forever. I'm hanging up my modding hat. And it was just, there was, why does everyone have to take a fucking stand? You know?
I don't know.
Why can't we just all just, you know?
Like, when I heard actually get paid for money, even if it was 25%, I was thinking in my head too, I'm like, well, I got some ideas of stuff I want to do. Like, I was even thinking to myself, I'm like, what happens if I just actually make something like really cool, like that guy who made that cat mod? Like, it was fucking hilarious. I know I can do shit like that all the time. It wouldn't take me very long and throw it out there for like 99 cents and get a quarter for each one. I'd be fucking happy with that and just make a bunch of those fucking things. And the revenue would just like, you know, generate over time. Oh, what was it? DayZ. DayZ is it was built nothing but on mods. of the Armor 2 core engine and some of those DLC expansions. And now that game was like exploded so hard that
it exploded so hard.
But that the people who made the Armor games hired that guy on to make his own fucking game of the DayZ like fucking world, and he's set for life, man. He's set for life. But that helped him out too, because that helped out that company, because I didn't fucking know what Armored was. Dude, stop looking at me when I say the F word. I don't care.
You just kind of shoehorned it in a sentence. That's the thing, is I think you only know like 4 words and you supplement fucking in there.
It's like an apostrophe for me. I'm sorry.
I guess it is.
Like comma fuck.
Anyways.
But yeah, I didn't know what Armored was. I didn't ever played it before. And like because of the DayZ mod, they got noticed by it. Fuck.
Almost made it.
And they like generate a huge amount of revenue because of that mod itself.
Really, it's just one of those things that I had no problem with. There are problems that are prevalent, but personally I saw more benefit than I saw this actually causing issue until you told me that thing about how much they're actually getting paid.
Yeah.
That's kind of what threw me off there, is the fact that they're just Steam, Bethesda are making bank, and the modders aren't.
Yeah. I think they should be compensated just a little bit more if they are. Or, like we said earlier, I know we're like beating a dead horse, it's kind of like the Humble Bundle. You kind of pick and choose like where it's all going to go. Yeah.
Well, I mean, no one's going to choose the money to go to Beth or Steam. They're not going to, you know what? Fuck the modder, all the money for Steam. That's not really going to be an option. But still, it's just like, and as far as the community going apeshit about it and tearing apart the community, what doesn't tear apart the gaming community? They're always bitching about something.
Always bitching about something.
They're always, let them eat cake, Jay.
My farts smell so good. I do have to fart though. I'm not going to do it though.
Please don't fart on my
I'll fart in this nice
don't
bottle
fart
I have here.
Because I know you're going to use that bottle later. And
it's so good.
It's just like, when was the last time the gamers all flipped their shit?
Besides the X-Bone thing?
You know, the last time I remember the gamers flipping their shit, Twitch.
A Twitch thing?
Girl Twitch broadcasters showing too much cleavage. The gamers flipped their shit.
Yeah, I remember hearing about
Before that, the gamers flipped their shit about Nintendo not paying enough for YouTube videos. The gamers flipped their shit. Then the gamers flipped their shit like 2 years ago about YouTube taking all of their shit down because of copywriting. The gamers flipped their shit. Gamergate, the gamers flipped their shit. Gamers just flip their shit. It's what they do, you know?
Gamer shit? Gamer flip shits?
Yeah, it's just because
I just got this mental image of like pancaking shit in the kitchen.
It's just like the gaming community is just so itching for a fight sometimes that it's crazy. I mean, I'm surprised we're not seeing some sort of fire rain from Smash Brothers saying they're going to add a character from a video game out there, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, it sometimes is good to see that gamers do flip their shit, just because I guess
we make a fucking difference, but
it does keep some of those companies kind of in line, like, well, we can't cross the line too far, blah blah blah, and I'm like, but yeah. I mean, but sometimes it's you got the both extremes. I mean, you got like the stupid and you got the raw and whatever, but I don't know what extremes are those. But yeah, you got...
Well, you got them flipping their shit about... That's the extreme, is that they flip their shit about everything. Every issue becomes a shitstorm.
Yeah. And it tastes delicious sometimes, but, you know.
It's just like... And these things that are complete non-issues. Like, why is Gamergate still an issue?
I don't know.
We'll talk about that later.
It's a whole different fucking topic later, yeah.
Yeah. You can disagree with me on that later.
Yeah. Whatever.
So we've got that's our con, is that gamers flip their shit. But another pro is the fact that it could inspire better work. Like you said, you were interested in creating something.
I really was. I'm like, I feel like I would probably put more effort. Like, I mean, I have my own projects to do, but I'm like, if I can get like a quarter here and there, that does add up to something.
So it almost creates a quality control.
Yeah.
I mean, the con pairing with that would be shovel titles and shovel mods.
Well, it's kind of like remember the Steam Greenlight?
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of shit that was going on there. I don't think there was any quality control over there, but I mean, Steam had the whole, you have to put $100 down, I think it was, to like get a application started, and then it's up to, the community to figure out if you want to go on there. But after that $100, it does get donated to charity or whatnot, and you don't have to pay again. You just keep uploading whatever game you want.
And it's like, here's my paid mod. Instead of shouts, every time you press the shout button, your character just quacks. And then that's $50.
It's $50
for my quack mod. All of the duck sounds are authentic.
You should go out to the park.
How I got them?
That is a cat.
Please don't ask how I got the duck sounds. I can see that. I can see.
Oh Jesus! What are you doing to the duck?
I can see that becoming a huge issue
with PETA.
Not with PETA. with these modders with shovel mods. I can see that becoming a huge issue.
So, oh yeah, that's very true. I didn't think about the shovel mod community.
Shovel mods, because it's gonna happen anytime you have a way to get money fast. People abuse it. Look at Flappy Birds.
Oh, look at the. Unfortunately, we're doing kind of like that whole thing right now with Let's Talk and Let's Plays kind of thing with Twitch.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing it later. Don't worry, folks. We have our own ways of whoring ourselves out for attention.
And I guess that would kind of go eventually, if it was popular enough, it would go into the whole Let's Play area where people are just like, yeah, we all can fucking do it. And blah, blah, blah.
I think honestly, there's a difference between modding and Let's Plays, though, because the Let's Players, the YouTube broadcasters, aren't doing it for money. They're generally doing it because they find it fun. I mean, that's why we want to do our Shooting the Bits later. Stay tuned for Shooting the Bits, by the way.
Apparently.
It's because we're not doing it for cash. I'm doing it, A, because I was hoping it would bring more viewers to the podcast here, and B, because we kind of need a way to decompress.
Yeah.
And I think it would just, I mean, if we're going to be shooting the shit in gaming anyways, put it out there,
Might as well record. Hey, do you want to watch us dick around?
Yeah, I mean, you're not watching because...
Why?
You're not watching because we're providing any sort of decent service. You're watching because you're fucking bored out of your mind, or maybe you have some sort of mental defect. But that's the thing I see different, is the fact that it's not a cash grab for most. Of course, there's always going to be the few that...
Oh, what about PewDiePie? He is ranking in the cash.
He's ranking in the cash, but again, he's not doing it straight up because of that, I think if he wasn't getting paid, he'd still be doing it.
True that, yo. True that.
Kind of like Game Grumps.
I love Game Grumps.
They weren't getting paid to begin with. I don't think.
I don't know.
But
I don't know their financial situation, but I do like listening to them.
Yeah, they're funny as hell. And that's the thing, is I think if you do it right, and you do it well, you do deserve some compensation. If you do it like shit...
let the community decide
like
what's
we're probably
going
to end up doing. You deserve obscurity, and hopefully don't get your dick slapped too hard by the community laughing at you.
I love dick slaps.
Please don't hurt me. So that's the big difference I see between shovel titles, shovel modding, and just being an asshole in front of a camera. It's just we're doing it for fun compared to big bucks.
That's true. I still have no money, but I still like coming over. That's
the thing, is we haven't made any money in donations.
I still don't care.
None so far. Well, I mean, it hasn't slowed us down. We're still doing this.
I mean, I told you, like, my experiences with, like, YouTube. I've made a lot of videos and a lot of other shit out of my own free time. Like, I would spend maybe like 70 man hours just on one video.
It did earn you a stalker.
Yes, I got a nice stalker.
That was scary.
That was creepy. But, no, I just like doing it because it was fun. And that's all I think what the mod community is still trying to hold on to is just to keep it still fun and not paid.
I guess it does. Money does just complicate things.
It does.
Especially when you introduce it in an otherwise open market. Something that you get for free now has the pay aspect introduced to it, causes this kind of panic.
It's scary because then everybody feels like they can do their own thing there, and it might Yeah, it does complicate things in my head. Like
It's kind of like the the story of the little mountain village where it's all sweet and little house in the prairie, and then somebody finds gold, and then they completely rip the whole area apart, and
they all go
becomes
fucking
huge,
man
corrupt,
hungry.
huge and corrupt, and there's hookers everywhere.
Boob hungry. Yeah.
Why are there not more hookers here right now, Jerry?
I guess there are. This is more of a classy place with.
With my video game art and the fact that hookers aren't generally, interested in podcasters because, like I said, we don't have any money.
You don't know.
That's the thing is
Hookers?
donation. Donation, I think, would be a good way to go about this, like they're already doing. And you have those modders that put their that's one thing I thought was interesting. The modders that put their mod for pay on Steam, and then said at the same time, if you don't want to pay for it, it's on Nexus.
Yeah.
Which is kind of strange that you would do that. But I guess, it's an easier way to... No, I don't see why you would do that, because you're just shooting yourself in the foot there. Because, you're not doing it because, it's an easy way to donate to them, because you're not really donating to them. You're going to donate to Steam.
Yeah, that's true.
And you could just donate directly to them.
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know. I think they just need to go back to the drawing board. I think this is a good idea in heart. I just think maybe the modders could get a little bit more money.
And starting on a smaller playing field.
Smaller playing field is probably
a smaller game.
That's probably a wise choice.
Start with...
look at... I'm sorry, remember all the mods from Minecraft? Modcraft, yeah. There's a fuck ton.
There's a fuck ton. And I guess what they did was they kind of stole them and kind of put them in the game. Minecraft kind of ruined itself for me when it made me, it started throwing too much, and I started getting scared away because I liked when it was just simple Legos and not, oh, by the way, you got to eat to live. And that kind of, I know that was way early on that they incorporated that, but I don't want to have to eat to live. I never liked that. Even back in Dark Cloud, when it was like, oh, you got thirsty. I'm like, but I'm a video game character. I get thirsty in real life. I don't need this shit in the game.
No, I can understand that. I guess in Minecraft that didn't bother me too much, just because I kind of came late on.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see the appeal, because I was like, my friends were like, well, you can model shit and blah, 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 and make the weird things. I can model shit in other programs. That's what I was trained to do in college. So it didn't really appeal to me right away.
I think that's why the modding community is so nice, is that you can pick and choose the huge changes you make on your game.
Yeah.
Compared to a game that just does it via updates, patching.
Yay, patching. Patching that you're still waiting for.
Yeah.
Potato.
That's another thing is, I wonder if there's a mod out there right now for GTA that fixes my fucking issue. If you got paid for it, I'm sure there would be by now.
I should really find a way who that guy who did that Portal 2 mod that looks like a full-fledged game. I kind of want to give him money because that looks fucking amazing to me. I'm sorry. I know we talked about that earlier, but I'm still thinking about it man, that's awesome.
That's so hardcore cool, man.
It was
tubular.
Fucking great, bro.
Gravy train. I don't know.
Shit like that really impresses me.
You impress me, Jerry.
No, my dick size doesn't impress you. I'm sorry.
Well, anyways.
I don't know. I'm kind of I think we talked it pretty much to death.
Yeah, there's not much else to say about modding. You for or against paid mods?
I'm totally for it. They just gotta do it right.
You know what? I'll say I'm against it then, just because you said you're for it.
Well, okay.
I'll say I'm against it strictly because I want to be able to have copyright material and not have to worry about the red tape.
No, that's very true.
I want to be able to
have that weird kind of crazy shit going on.
I want costumes in GTA with
a giant Samus ball going around crashing the whole buildings of Grand Theft Auto 5.
I want to dress as Link in GTA and get my Master Sword and slice people up.
You could still do that if they do it fucking right. If it's a free area.
I want
the Steam Workshop. The Steam Workshop was supposed to be designed like that. You just make whatever the fuck you want. It should be still there.
Whatever the fuck you want. All right, Jerry.
Sam.
Jerry, what are you playing this week?
I'm playing Trials Fusion on my PS4. It is a kind of like a badass version of Excitebike. I really wish it was like like exciting. Like, I wish I had this when I was a kid. The game is like the physics is so fucking funny. You're like you're flying to all that, and it looks like he's having us. You're like, he just kind of sits there until you hit the respawn button.
Why'd you have to do all of that? No one can see what you just did.
I don't care. Fuck you. But no, it's a fucking great game. I think it's just simple, mindless fun. It's really hard too, but I'm like, it's simple but hard. I don't know. It's a good game. If you guys ever have a chance to play Trials Fusion on any console that you can find, just fucking try it. It's really great.
Okay, this week I'm playing, and the reason I'm playing this is because of the modding community. It knocked a huge sale for Skyrim.
Skyrim?
I got Skyrim on sale this week, and I've had it in the past. And really, if I had to pick the greatest game of the last generation, it would have been Skyrim. It was the best game. It was my favorite by far. I logged on to about 200 plus hours onto it, my first playthrough.
Yeah.
And I keep coming back to it, and it's always awesome. So that's what I got. I got Skyrim on Steam, and with my awesome computer Minda, it looks amazing. Now I'm going to go through there and actually research. Kotaku does a wonderful article on the recommended mods to make Skyrim look as good as it possibly can. And I'm going to research and get the ones I want, and actually just go crazy with the fucking game. And I'm looking forward to that. If you haven't tried Skyrim yet, there's something wrong with you. Go play it now. It's honestly amazing, and you can get it really cheap on PS3, Xbox 360, and it's entirely worth it. Bethesda makes these games, produces these games, the Elder Scrolls series, and I loved Oblivion. I hated Morrowind, and I'm fucking in love with Skyrim. It is incredible.
I'm not going to bring up my stance on those games, because I have a lot of people will probably send me hate mail.
Oh, just shut up and say it. What?
Morrowind, I was bored to fucking tears.
I hated Morrowind. A lot of people love Morrowind. I couldn't stand it because, I was terrible at it. That's why I hated it.
Oblivion, I've tried numerous times. I tried it sober, I've tried it drunk, I've tried it sober again, and I didn't fucking care anymore.
Another game I was really bad at until it was a learning experience. You don't go into an Elder Scrolls game without knowing that you have things to learn. Every time you play one, you have to learn the game over again. And it's a tough game to learn.
It's fine with me. I don't mind learning. I just need to care.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
And Skyrim, really what it did right was it kind of took the stuff that held you in place in Oblivion and Morrowind and Daggerfall, your characterization, and it said, okay, be whatever the hell you want. Everything is open to you.
There's one thing I probably would get into, like maybe a debate over this. I hate going into a game like, you can characterize your character of character for everything for the rest of time. Like,
are you talking the avatar system?
I don't fucking care about making avatars anymore. I really don't. I just want to fucking start my game.
That's the thing, is I'm kind of sick of the whole, hey, cheek size, cheek width,
eyebrow size, booger size, dick size. I don't fucking care.
I know there are people out there
really
that do it. I've never done it myself. I never sat there at the screen going, okay, the cheek should be a 51, not a 48. Yep, I'm going back. I kind of wish more games just did the me thing.
I like the me avatar system.
It's simple, cartoony, and you're done.
It's adorable. I guess I just want to go on my game and play and start learning or doing or whatever the fuck I want. And I just like, come on, I just want to get to it and play
What about Saints Row 4. You really liked the avatar system on that one.
That was a little more simple. I mean, I didn't have to do a lot. Like, it was not an extensive of doing it. I just kind of did a general character.
You made Keanu Reeves.
I made fucking Keanu Reeves because in Saints Row 4, you are Neo. So I said, why the fuck not? Why am I not Neo right
British
now?
Neo, I believe.
So I made... And it's really hard to make a Keanu Reeves. It's black hair, dark, plain, and
that's the
guy, so whatever.
If you're going to have an avatar system like that, please, for the fucking love of God, let me edit my character more than just the intro scene. Fortunately, Skyrim did that. Skyrim in one of the expansions said, there's somebody in Skyrim, there's somebody in Riften it's plastic surgery. And they'll let you change your character for a nominal fee. Do that in everything that you're going to have an avatar system for. Don't lock me in. Don't pigeonhole me in.
I wish there were like mods that could do that.
Because I've only played the game now about 5 hours, and in Skyrim that's nothing. And I already hate how my character looks because I made some really stupid decisions.
Well, burn it down, start over. Fuck you.
Fuck that.
Fuck you.
That's what we're playing this week.
All right.
If you like what we're doing here at NullSpace, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at NullSpace Gaming. And also our blog at nullspace.gaming.com. And be sure to show your support by making donations via the PayPal buttons. Every donation is appreciated. Well, we're about to, if you hadn't noticed, the past two episodes we mentioned Adventures in Retail.
We've recorded 3 fucking times.
And it's gone terribly each time. We're so sick of talking retail stories that now we're just going to start a segment that we've tested before this episode. So we're actually going to record now?
Like new problems occurred each time we fucking did it.
We're going to do, honestly, it's just a let's play, but it's us shooting the shit, and that's why we call it Shooting the Bits! Yay! High five. If there's another, let's play out there called Shooting the Bits, I'm sorry. We kind of just, Jerry, I said shooting the shit, and Jerry kind of said shooting the bits, and we said okay.
So if
there wasn't really any malice.
No thought.
No, it was just kind of like, yeah, okay, go.
This is just an excuse to hang out. Who gives a shit?
It's not even a clever name, and it probably won't be clever. But
no.
if you like listening to us just kind of ramble, that's what this is about. It'll be us rambling while we play classic games. So stay tuned. I'll have a link below. It'll be fun. I promise. Well, I'm not promising you. I promise Jerry, because Jerry doesn't like Let's Players, and
I decided I don't like Let's Players. I would rather just play the fucking game myself.
And I'm a fucking attention whore. That's why the show's named after me. So
I mean, I want to say like from that, like I understand Let's Plays, they're fine. I just like when I watch it, I'm like, well, I just want to go play it.
Well, there's a difference between a Let's Play and like when you just kind of want to watch the gameplay. And you don't want to hear the voice in your head?
That's a playthrough. I like watching playthroughs.
You like playthroughs.
I like playthroughs. Because like, I like watching like, you know, newer games if I want to see if I can get it. Not this fucking thing. We'll talk about demos and shit later on.
Yeah, okay. That'll be a topic later. From all of us here at NullSpace, we wish you the very best.
Oh, the very, very best. Including you, Gary. Who's listening right now.
Gary. We miss you. Come back, Gary. Come on the show again. We'll talk about other things.
Oh, Gary.
Send us out, Jer.
Happy gaming, everybody. I'll say it again. Can I do it again?
Nope, that was it.
Oh, fuck!